Wagwan, hola, how you doing? Welcome to Abinadab's house. Whatever your native tongue is, apply that greeting because you are welcomed here. And my name is Delisa. So happy you joined us. Today we are in the book of Luke, chapter 5, verse 12. And we are looking at the story of the man with leprosy. And the text tells us that the man with leprosy finds Jesus and he goes to him to ask Christ for healing. But before we get into the word, I want us to understand what leprosy was. To give some context to the man in this story, leprosy was a debilitating, all-consuming kind of disease. It was the kind of disease that would have somebody actually be cut off from society. It impacted their livelihood. As a matter of fact, lepers often lived in communities together, right? They couldn't go to the market to get food. They couldn't continue to work in whatever job they had because the other persons in society would cast them out as to protect their own health and livelihood. So if lepers got tossed a piece of bread, they had plenty because, again, they couldn't resource themselves, right? And so this man with leprosy obviously hears about the miracles, the signs, the wonders, the work that Jesus Christ is doing. And not only is he doing it, but he's doing it and causing folks to feel loved, causing them to feel the love of God. And so he approaches Jesus and he bends his face to the ground and he says, "Lord, if you are willing, you can heal me." And family, what blessed me so much about this story is that this man does not approach Christ with a heart of entitlement, but instead he approaches Christ with a heart of humility. He says, "If you are willing, you can." And what the scripture says next is amazing, and it tells us so much about the heart of God. It says that Jesus reaches his hand and he touches the gentleman. And what's so significant about that is the person with leprosy probably had not been touched in a very long time. But Jesus's first response is to humanize this man. It is to love this man by first touching him. And then his Christ says, "I am willing. I am willing." And the purpose of my video today is to say to you, whatever that unclean circumstance is in your life, whether it is your finances, whether it is some sin that you haven't spoken, pornography, addiction, sex outside of marriage, whether it's gossip, whether it is overspending, overeating. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. There's so many vices that our human flesh gets caught in. Whatever that unclean circumstance is, just know that your Christ is willing to touch you, to touch your circumstance and make you clean. And so family, today we're going to approach God in humility and say, "Lord, if you are willing." Family, I love you. Thank you for coming to Abinadab's house. I pray you like, share, and subscribe, and I pray this word bless you today. My encouragement today is, as always, it is that you get in the word because God has something good to tell you, and his word is going to bless you. Mwah! I love you so much, and until next time.